Hello everybody and welcome back to the Final Third podcast. Today with my great grandpa and we're going to go through the top 5 greatest England players from grandpa's era and from my era. So we're going to go with the first player who we think is the best. Who have you gone for first?
Well, I think the best footballer that I've ever seen is Jimmy Greaves.
Right.
He had a brilliant record, scored loads of goals. He did go abroad for a while, and when he come back, he was just as good even before he went. So I'd say Jimmy Greaves, I'll put him first
Right.
on my list.
Well, I watch England quite a bit when they're in the Euros or in the World Cup, and the standout player for me is usually Harry Kane, because he scores loads of goals and he's just a brilliant goal scorer for England, and he was for Tottenham, and obviously he's at Bayern now. He's doing quite well, so yeah, I've gone for Kane. In second, who have you gone for? Stanley Matthews.
Stanley Matthews, he was a legend. He played for Blackpool and England. He played on the right wing. A brilliant person on the ball. He could take a ball, beat a player, cross perfect to one of his own players. He was a brilliant player. And to say that man, he must have played until he was nearly 50 when he finally gave up playing football. He was definitely a credit to the game.
Yeah, I've gone with Jude Bellingham. I think he's at the moment the best player in the world right now. He's very good in midfield. He scores good goals. I know he's in midfield, but he does score quite a few goals for Real Madrid. And I watched him against Brazil on last Saturday, and he was absolutely brilliant. Even though we got beat, he was brilliant. So I've gone for Bellingham. Third, Nat Lofthouse, you've gone for?
Matt Lofthouse, what a centre forward. He could jump, he could kick, he could really turn it on. He scored loads of goals, very strong centre forward. Played for Bolton. You never see a centre forward like that today playing football. And don't forget, then it was none of these plastic balls. They were leather balls. When you kicked the ball, it went where you wanted it to go. You didn't bend the ball like you can with these plastic balls nowadays. So I would give Nat Lofthouse a very good rating.
Right, okay. Third, I've gone for Declan Rice. Now, Rice is a very good midfielder like Bellingham, but defensively he's brilliant. Going forward, he's not that good at obviously attacking and going forward, but he's more of a DM, so he's good defensively and he can get back when Arsenal and England need help at the back. So I've gone for Declan Rice. He's like a brick wall in defence. Fourth, Billy Wright.
Billy Wright, England captain, brilliant player. Played for England quite a few games. Always a good defence man. He could read a game very well. Other than that, he was another gifted player.
Yeah. For fourth, I've gone for Phil Foden. I think he's ridiculous on the ball. How he scores and how he gets past defenders is ridiculous. And obviously Man City got Arsenal tomorrow, so you'll probably see him go past the defenders tomorrow. He's absolutely brilliant for England, and he's obviously won the quadruple with Manchester City as well. So yeah, Foden is outstanding when it comes to attacking wise. Fifth, Johnny Ames.
Johnny Ames, known as, when he played for Fulham, he was known as Johnny Ames and the Seven Dwarfs. He was that good. Yeah, I do believe that he was the first player to get £100 a week. I wouldn't be sure, but I think he was.
Yeah.
He could pass the ball. He read the game very well. Yes, I'll definitely put him in my first 5, Johnny Ames.
For fifth, I've gone for Kyle Walker, a player who is very difficult to get past in defence for Man City and England. I mean, Vinicius Junior have got past him, but Walker's just brilliant at defending, and he's really good for England. He went off against Brazil, but obviously he came off because he was injured. But I thought he came off because he wanted to play for Man City at the weekend. But no, he's injured. But he is a very good player for England and for Man City. Before we click off, obviously you're a Palace fan. What do you think of Palace?
Palace. The first time I see Palace play, I was 11 years old. That was in 1947, and they was in the 3rd Division South. They never did a lot in their division. I used to watch them on a Saturday when the first team was at home at Selhurst Park, and then the following week, of course, teams like that, they used to have a reserve side. So if the first team wasn't at home one week, then the reserves would be on the week after. And I used to go to the Palace quite often. My dad used to give me a shilling, which I used to pay, but I never used to go through the turnstile because we had a hole in the fence, did my mates and me. So that shilling, what I used to get, used to go, once I got into the ground, used to get me ice cream. So I enjoyed my Saturday football.
And obviously now it's all changed football, so obviously now they're not doing as great. They did draw today, so what's your opinion on them now?
On what?
What do you think of them now? Obviously Roy Hodgson's left the club.
Well, to me, this is my opinion, is we're lacking in the main coach in the England squad, because they don't seem to be going anywhere. The man they've got in as coach now, and I think it's a general opinion, is he should have gone a long time ago.
Yeah, he's obviously 76 years of age, and he's too old to be a manager, but obviously he's still managing Palace, and at the moment they are not doing as well as they used to. So I think they could get relegated in the next 5 seasons or so.
Yeah, well, with Palace, we are still on about Palace.
Yeah.
Palace, they've got some brilliant forwards, but they're lacking in defencemen.
Yeah.
Every week you see them, and the forwards are outstanding.
Yeah.
And I think they could get, there's 2 or 3 in there could get into England's side any day. But I wouldn't say they go down this year. They have had some poor results, but saying that, someone's got to be bottom half of the league, and that's what they've been this year. The bottom half of the league.
Yeah. There's your opinion, Grandpa. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.